2012, and yet again, our country is looking to raise the debt ceiling. With such a complex system of entitlement programs, it is no wonder why. It is time for change. The United States Department of Agriculture, or USDA, is recklessly spending money on subsidies that are hurting our economy, and at the same time are recklessly spending money on subsidies that hurt our economy, and at the same time are neglecting to spend money on the things that will boost our economy as a whole. Agriculture is what our entire economy is hinged on. With a thriving agricultural system comes a multitude of advantages, namely jobs, a lowering of the federal debt, and an agricultural system that reaches its full potential. For these reasons, the affirmative team stands resolved that the United States federal government should reform its policy for the domestic agricultural production of food. Observation 1, definitions. Black's Law Dictionary, 6th edition. Reform, to correct, rectify, amend, or remodel. Also from the American Heritage Dictionary, 5th edition. Copyright 2012. Policy, a plan or course of action as of a government, political party, or business, intended to influence and determine decisions, actions, and other matters. Domestic, of or relating to a country's internal affairs. Production, the act or process of producing. From the Commerce Commission of New Zealand, total factor productivity, or TFP, change in productivity over time, measured by the change in the ratio of outputs to inputs. Observation 2, harms of the status quo. Harms contain two pieces of evidence, one proving quantitative significance and the other proving qualitative significance. Harm 1, we are spending too much of the agricultural budget on subsidies. Quantitative significance. November 2011 by M.D. Kittle, informative news reporter. These indirect subsidies and services cost taxpayers about $5 billion each year, putting the total farm support at $35 billion annually, the report states. EWG's latest review shows subsidy payments totaled $261.9 billion between 1995 and 2010. $167.3 billion of those underwriting direct cash commodity payments. Crop insurance subsidies hit $39.2 billion during that period, and conservation payments and disaster assistance topped $55.5 billion combined. Qualitative significance. Brian M. Rydell is Grover M. Hernon Fellow in Budgetary Affairs at the Rowe Institute for Economic Policy Studies of the Heritage Foundation. March 20th, 2008. The agricultural budget totals more than we spend on the Office of Elementary and Secondary Education. Today, the average farm household earns $80,000 annually and has a net worth of $800,000, both well above the national average. Farm incomes are setting records, and farms have the lowest failure rates of any other industry. Harm 2. Lowered research and development funds in recent years has caused lower productivity. Quantitative significance. U.S. Department of Agriculture, Economic Research Service, July 2011, by Heisey Paul, Sunwing Lang, and Keith Fugling. ERS simulations indicate that if the U.S. public agricultural research and development spending remains constant until 2050, the annual rate of agricultural TFP growth will fall to under 0.75%. Qualitative significance. November 2011, Robert Atkinson, President of the Information Technology and Innovation Foundation, Matt Hurahan and Matthew Stepp, Val Giddings, Jesse Jenkins, and Devon Swenson. Public investments in agricultural research and development have, at best, been flat and more often dropping decade after decade, leading to dangerous gaps in the innovation necessary to enhance crop yields. Without a renewed investment in agricultural innovation, the widespread food insecurity that the Green Revolution helped to reduce may return, and the food riots and price spikes of 2007 and 2008 may become more commonplace. Observation 3, the plan. Mandate 1. In the 2012 Farm Bill, begin the phasing out of agricultural subsidies over the course of 5 years. Mandate 2. Increase government spending on agricultural research by 4.73% annually until 2050 as suggested by the ERS. Agencies, Congress, the President, the USDA, and Agricultural Research Service, ARS. Funding, normal means, and enforcement, normal means. The affirmative team reserves the right to clarify this plan as needed. Observation 4, the advantages of the affirmative team's plan. Advantage 1, we will save